in Miss Gagg's class. I go to Monroe Elementary. I am a student leader in the Monroe Garden Club. My favorite part of Garden Club is learning what to do with plants while being with my friends and having fun in an educational way. The teachers of Monroe have been so nice. I have gone to Monroe there since pre-K, and I am a proud Monroe Lion.
All right, good job, and Yep, we're gonna get a picture here first of her, and then we'll ask her to hang around, and we'll get a group picture of all 4 students here in just a minute. All right, and next up we've got a student from Longfellow Middle School. Come on down right after we get the pictures. All right. Now, tell us who you are first.
Good evening. My name is Dalen White. I am an 8th grader at Longfellow Middle School. I do well in all my classes and I make good grades. I work well with all my teachers and I love being a Mustang. In September, my teachers chose me for Student of the Month. I am a student athlete and we have just started our basketball season. I also enjoy playing basketball in my spare time. I like to draw, cook, and of course hang out with my friends. Sometimes to help my mom out, I babysit for her friends. As an 8th grader, there are some things that I get to do that 6th and 7th graders cannot. I am going to the 8th grade annual trip to Washington, D.C. in the summer, and I am a member of Longfellow Leadership Academy. In leadership, we are learning lifelong adulting skills through volunteering and community service. We have volunteered at Adams to help out with their fall festival, and we have plans to go with Garfield in the future, reading with, and to some of the younger kids. For 8th grade trip to Washington, D.C., we are doing fundraisers to help raise money. So far, we have done dine-in nights in local restaurants. We received a donation from Pam's Wings and Things out of Wichita to get us started on our fundraising endeavors. The 8th grade parents are working hard with some of our teachers to help us raise money through raffles, a school dance, and selling things in the city-wide events that like Light Up the Plains and First Friday. I can't wait to see what's in DC. My Mustang experience has been great. My teachers are kind and caring and making learning interesting. I always feel like 8th grade teachers care about me and want me to learn. Thank you.
All right, good job. Couple of pictures, and then we'll get a group picture of all 4 students here in just a minute. And at that time, we'll call any of the parents up that want to get pictures as well. All right, Enid High School is up next.
We actually have
2 from Enid High. Okay, good. Come on down.
Hello, my name is Serena Williams.
And I am Tabitha Kirkley.
So we are both seniors at Enid High School. We're happy to have this opportunity to give you guys a little more detail about our school. But before we get into that, we want to share a little information about us.
I am the Student Council President of Enid High School. I am involved in JROTC. I was the Student of the Month for September, and I went to Rotary, and I am also with the Principals Advisory Committee. I also take concurrent and AP classes.
For me, I'm involved in the Student Council as well, along with Rotary for the month of October, PAC, which you just said, Enid Athletics, softball, fast pitch, and slow pitch. I have extracurriculars. I take jazz choir, show choir, concert choir. I take honors and AP classes, and I'm the senior class president for this year.
Enid High School possesses a lot of extracurricular activities. With these extracurriculars, they demonstrate who we are outside of the classroom and provide an opportunity to showcase our leadership skills and our community involvement.
Our school gives many different opportunities, but they are all there to make us the best versions of ourselves. PAC is involved.
With our involvement of PAC, we bring students, school employees, and community members together to establish a better understanding of mutual respect for each other and their perspectives, as well as sharing ideas for increasing student performance and achievements.
Thank you, guys.
All right, good job. Mr. Liddell, step up there with them. All right, you guys hang around for a group picture here in just a minute, and then we have a representative from Lincoln Academy.
You go, girl.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Anclas Garcia. I am currently a senior, and it's a pleasure to be here today to speak for Lincoln. Before I attended Lincoln, I was doing Enid virtual online. I had completely stopped doing it and fell behind due to some rough patches in life. I had no motivation and thought I wasn't going to get the chance to finish school. I had moved out at the age of 17 with my boyfriend. We had nothing but each other at one point. I started working full-time and completely shut out everyone and everything, including school. But I never forgot about returning to school. I knew I wanted a diploma and way more for myself. Before my sister started attending Lincoln, we heard it was only for bad students. But she knew someone who was attending Lincoln and said that was not true. My sister applied at Lincoln and then was accepted and told me about it. Then one day I finally had the courage to go ask for help. So I went to Lincoln and met Mr. Parker and Miss Morris. They didn't think twice. They welcomed me with a smile and told me we'd get you caught up in where you needed to be. And that's exactly what we did. Not once did they ever make me feel embarrassed about my situation. Lincoln Academy is way more than what everyone thinks. Now thanks to every teacher there and their help, I'm making it. With the support at Lincoln and the encouragement to keep you going, thanks to Miss Morris for giving me the confidence I have now that even if you are going through a rough time in life, there's always a way to push yourself to be the better version. Not only has she helped me realize that life gets better, but she has helped me realize that there are people out like her out there that will help you get where you want to be in life. With my confidence, more opportunities have opened up for me. For one example, is that I would never agree to speak in front of an audience like I am tonight, representing Lincoln. If it wasn't for Lincoln Academy, Jonathan, my oldest brother Miguel, and my moms for pushing me to be the better version of myself, I wouldn't be where I am today without them by my side. I wouldn't be graduating this year with the class of 2023, seeing my brother Miguel, who attends OSU and is successful in what he always wants to do in life, makes me want to attend college. Therefore, I plan on taking steps forward for my future and attend college in the fall of 2023. It was a pleasure to be able to speak here today.
Good job. All right, we'll get a couple of pictures here, and then we'll get a group picture of all 5 of those students. All right, let's get all of the students up there, and we'll get a few pictures, and if any of the parents want to come down and take pictures, come on down. All right, just tell them where you want them, Miranda. Just tell them where you want them lined up. Is that good? Okay. Any other parents or employees want to get pictures? Come on down. Okay. Great job. Let's give them a round of applause.
Our next recognitions are going to be the Enid High softball team, 6A academic state champs. Coach Jensen, could you come on up here with your girls?
All right. Well, we're going to invite Coach Jensen and the softball girls. Y'all come on with him, and y'all just line up there by the wall, and then I'm sure he'll want to say something about the individuals and or the group. Coach, thanks for coming.
Hey, thank you guys. Have all but 3 of them tonight. So
That's good.
yeah, I had a great turnout. So I'd like to recognize and congratulate our varsity softball team for 6A academic state champions. We were able to average out at 3.88 GPA. I believe the lowest was a 3.5 in that area. A lot of the individuals had over a 4-point weighted, but OSSAA just allows up to a 4 points. So very proud of them. A lot of these ladies are going to graduate with straight A's, and that's remarkable considering all the hard work they put in for softball. So I'd like to congratulate all of them, and all three of my coaches are with me. Let's see, Cheyenne Mays right over here. She's a teacher at Glenwood. We have Jamal James and Hunter Goff. But individually, I'd like to really recognize the individuals if I can. Kyra Chris, Miss Mary, Cameron Patterson, Stella Stanley, Serena Williams, Caitlin Bezdachek, Chloe Robinson, Haley Hibbets, Annabelle Cotton, Kylie Copeland, Danielle Martinez, Kinsley Lebeda, Jesslyn Stuber, Julie Starsman, and Riley Tedford. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you, Coach. Appreciate you coming, and I know these ladies had a hand in kind of turning that program around, as did all the coaches, and had an outstanding year, and what a great accomplishment to be academic 6A state champions. So we're going to get a few pictures here, so if any of the, let's give them one great big round of applause, please. All right, and if any of the parents would like to get pictures, come on down. We'll just keep them right there for a minute. Y'all hang tight. That's easy on the quads, I know. All right, y'all hang tight there for a few more pictures. Yeah, we'll do the squats together. All right, great job, ladies. We're very proud of you. Thanks for coming tonight.
All right, our next recognitions are our United Way campaign winners this year. That would be Carver Fowler Commons, Waller Middle School, and our transportation department.
All right, if we have representatives from those groups, come on down. And the way we do this each year is we feel very strongly in our school district that we need to do our part to help the United Way campaign each year. And so we do a friendly competition, and we make sure that it's equitable by divvying it up between kind of the smaller campuses and then the middle level campuses and then the larger campuses. So the small campus winners this year were Carver Fowler Commons, the mid-size was Waller Middle School, and then we also do a departmental division, and that was, the winners were the transportation department. So we appreciate not only this group, but everybody in EPS that has a hand in contributing to the United Way campaign, because all that money raised here locally stays here locally to help those in greatest need. So not only thank you to these campuses, but also every employee that contributed. So let's give them a great big hand, please.
Okay, our next recognitions are the EEA poster contest winners. If Rhonda Stewart is here, I would love for her to come up and introduce these winners to us.
Yeah, come on down. Rhonda? Who's here to, come on down.
Sorry, I couldn't hear.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, you students, come on down.
Okay, first I want to say thank you to the board members, the parents, to the other students, and the faculty that come up here and trudge the weather to come down here, and thank you guys for all the time you all spend. It's always my opportunity to come and present the poster winners, and this is always a lot of fun. We have some really out of the box thinking, I think, that this year. So my first winner is Ty Yates. He is second place winner he's in third grade, second place winner from Glenwood.
Yeah, step on up here, Ty, with her. Yeah.
And he is going to get 3 copies of his poster, and there they go.
Oh, there we are. Got it up on the screen.
We tried to work it out this year.
Tell us a little bit about what they're supposed to be doing with the posters.
He's the theme for this year was together we are better, or we are better working together. And so he did a really great job in using Legos, and then using some of the some great expectation words, but then there's just creation and connect some of those Maslow's things, that I'm sure he doesn't know about, but they're in his vocabulary, so that's good. So he's building it on.
Good.
And he will receive these posters for his parents and his grandma. You got to give it to your nana. And a $30 check.
All right. Congratulations.
There you go.
All right. We'll recognize them individually, and then we'll get a group picture here in just a minute. So go ahead.
Our next winner is Katrina Collier. And her poster, I don't know where the guy is.
There he is. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. I had to look at hers a couple times before I actually got the concept, because together we are stronger, but if you look, they're water drops, and when the water drops are pulled together, that's when they come up with the big one in the middle. So that was really creative thinking. I thought that was really cool. So she will also get her posters and a $30 check.
Congratulations.
Our next winner is Lagan Reed. And Lagan is 5th grade, 3rd place. They already got it up there. Together we are stronger. It says, working together can change the world by picking up the trash in a group or helping others in need. We together can make the world a better place. And then down here in the bottom, it's kind of hard to see on the screen, but there's lots of little people. And it says, yay, teamwork makes the dream work. And I like the sound of that, another person says. So it's really cute. And you can't really see it on this one, but it was full of glitter. It was pretty. So anyway, so here's her poster and her $30 check.
Congratulations.
Our next winner is Slevin Wilson. And I have to, his is really fun. He takes the Mario and the Luigi, right? Do I got my names right? Okay. And, together they work harder together. But I have to say, this poor kid, when he first came in here, I said, you got your speech ready, right? He was like, so that was kind of funny, but he probably didn't think it was so much, but anyway, but he kept going. He did a great job. And he gets his posters and his $30 check. Thank you.
Congratulations.
And next is our first place winner in the 5th grade, Stormy Vaughn. And I don't think is she the one that's not here? Oh, okay, she's not here, but hers is Together We Are Stronger. And she's got some bodybuilders that are creating a little heart, and so it's pretty cute. One of the judges, they love the shirt. It says feetsomething.com. Feet. I wish I would have remembered what that next part says. Feet. But anyway, she thought that was funny. Feetstories.com or something like that on the shirt. I don't know what that was, but I'm sure that little boy or that little girl knows what it was. Anyway, so I'll get that to them. Last but not least is our overall winner, and that is Tomas Salazar. I didn't grab a check for him, but I will get his check to him. So, and I talked to your mom. I promise I will get it to you. His was really cool. If you can look at it, if you can see it really well, you can see the people working together to build the guy that's the strong guy. And so it's lots of people that are puzzled together to make the bigger guy. So together we are stronger. That was a good idea. I loved it. So there is yours, and I will get your check too.
Yep.
Thank you.
Congratulations to all these students. Let's get a few pictures. Any parents would like to get pictures, come on down. Yeah, can you turn it around and face the camera? There you go. Yeah, there we go. Good. All right, y'all just hang tight there for a few pictures. Just a few more. Anybody else? Miranda, did you get yours?
I got mine.
Got yours. All right. Miss Henry got hers. All right. Great job, students. We're very proud of you. Let's give them one more hand, please.
All right, our next recognition is Tyke Andrews, who I have very much enjoyed watching this season.
All right,
Tyke, can
Tyke,
you
come
come
on
on
down. And is Coach Woods here yet?
I do not see.
Yeah, come on. I didn't see you. Come in, Coach. Come on down and tell us about all of Tyke's great accomplishments. Come on down, Tyke. Congratulations on the playoff win Friday night. That's great. First playoff win since 2006. Yeah.
First off, I wanted to talk about how proud I am of Tyke. I've had a chance, been thankful to be given the chance to coach just a great young man since his freshman year. He played receiver from the moment that I met him. He really had a drive to be the best that he could be. He loved the game. He loved to be coached hard. And because of that, he is going to go down in history as the best receiver to ever come out of Enid High School.
Oh, wow.
Just some of the stats. He is a career leader in every category at Enid High in the history of the school. In this year alone, he has over 1,500 yards receiving, 17 touchdowns, and over 130 catches on the year.
Outstanding.
I can tell you, every time I have a chance to coach him, he allows that. I don't know if we've ever necessarily butted heads about things that we need to necessarily do on the field, but from just wanting to be successful, from him to his dad and his other family members, they've been all in from day one. And I can't be more thankful to have a chance to be a part of that. Congratulations, Tyke Andrews.
Can y'all hear me? Okay. Oh man, this is an amazing opportunity. Thank you guys so much for recognizing me and my accomplishments on the year, and for my team as well. Going as far back as, from early ages in life, I've always been an active kid. I've always liked playing football. I've always had a football in my hand since I was 4. But even from that, I've always been a quiet, humble kid, always wanting to get better. For me, I've always lived on the quote that, you can't, everything that you don't do are dreams. If you work on those dreams, those become reality. And, my dream was to be the best receiver of all time, to be the best player that I can be, the best version of myself. And I stand before you today, and I am proud to say that I am the best receiver in Enid, Oklahoma. And I'm very proud of that accomplishment. And none of that would be possible without the coaching of Coach Woods and the other coaching staff on the Enid High football team. I couldn't be more humble and more blessed to stand here in front of you guys for this opportunity, because, man, it's been a journey. COVID, everything else, on and off the field. If you would have told me years ago that I'd be standing in front of the Board of Education, accepting a certificate for all of my accomplishments, I would have called you crazy. But
I'm guessing you haven't made a decision on college yet?
that is to be determined.
Oh, to be determined. Well, you got till February, so I hope that a few more offers come in. But
Yes, sir.
we've really enjoyed watching it. It's been exciting, and you've been a huge part of the success of that team.
Thank you so much, and thank you for everybody here for all the support and all the love and everything that you've showed me through all 4 years of my high school career. And I don't plan on slowing down anytime soon. Thank you.
Great job. Get a few pictures. All right. Anybody like to get pictures? Come on down. Yeah. Coach, get in there with them. Get in there with them, Coach. All right. Hang on. A few more pictures here. Anybody else? All right, I think we got it. Congratulations, Tyke. We're looking for good things from you in college. Thanks for coming, Coach Woods. We appreciate it.
Okay, I would like to invite a representative from the Rainbow Girls of Enid up real quick. They gave a very generous donation to our softball complex. Coach Jensen, if you could come up and speak on that a little bit.
Yeah, I think what we've kind of discussed a little bit preliminary is to create some signage that you can visibly see from the turn into Meadow Lake and from Roop as you drive past the field east or west, is to create a sign that we could maybe attach to the back of the bleachers. One, to give shade to the people in the crowd on that hot sun, but two, just for everyone to recognize that's our home field. And we're very proud of that with the new indoor going in and the lights and the turf and everything that the district has really given to us. And it's a great time to be a Pacer, and we couldn't be more happy to receive this.
Yeah, come on down and say a few words about this generous donation.
My name is Rachel Lebeda. I'm actually the Mother Advisor. Our organization is an international organization that was actually founded here in Oklahoma in 1922. We just celebrated our centennial. I've got with me a couple of my girls. I do apologize. We have about 12 to 15 girls, but due to the weather, a lot of them just weren't able to come. But our girls worked for the entire year last year for our state service project and raised funds to go back into public schools. And with the public schools, our girls voted to go ahead and give this money back to Enid High. One of our girls will be our upcoming president, Kinsley Lebeda. She is my stepdaughter, and she actually plays for the softball team, so she kind of persuaded the assembly to go ahead and contribute back to the softball. We are so delighted to be able to do this, and do you want to go ahead and present this? We actually have two checks. You can go ahead and open it up and get Coach Jensen up here to present it to him. Well, because it's got two checks in there.
Step up to the mic so we can hear you.
So on behalf of Enid Assembly, we would be proud to present these checks to Enid High School Softball for the signs.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And they're for like $500,000 each? Is that what each?
So the girls raised $950, and our advisory board was able to go ahead and donate $50 to give it an even $1,000.
That's great. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right, we'll get a few pictures here. Thank you for that generous donation. We appreciate that, and congratulations to the softball girls again. All right, and then our last recognition tonight, and board members, if you'll take a look at your agenda and flip over to item number 5 under new business. That's generally designated for something that comes up after we get the board agenda ready, and so that's what happened here. Frank Nelson informed us that he has moved residences, so he's no longer in his ward that he was representing as one of our board members. So you have his resignation letter, board members, there at your place. And Frank, I'm going to invite you down here to take a picture, but before that I want to read to everyone what your plaque says. It says, Enid Public Schools respectfully presents to Frank Nelson, board member, honoring his service as a member of the Enid Public School Board of Trustees. His dedication, compassion, and leadership qualities have contributed to excellence in education for Enid Public Schools 2020 to 2022. Thank you, Frank, for your service. We appreciate it. Come on down and we'll get a picture.
Okay, well, I'm just going to say, if y'all want to take any pictures, you get them right here.
Do you want to stay up here?
You want us to come up over there?
We'll stay up here.
Yeah, we can come over there.
Oh, well, yeah, I was joking, but yeah. That worked. I'm going to take a picture with my hat on. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
That's a fancy one, isn't it?
How's that? Can you get everybody?
Perfect. Everybody found them today. You guys are all right.
Looks good.
More pictures?
No, maybe I should turn on the camera.
All right. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for your service.
Put this back in the box.
Unfortunately, you're officially off the board.
That's true.
Kick me out and everything. Oh, man.
Thank you, Frank.
Y'all too. Thank you all for having me.
Trying to make him sit back down.
We appreciate Miranda helping us out in Jane's absence. Jane is under the weather, and we hope she feels better soon. All right, ready to?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Randy, can you help him out? Okay, thanks.
Okay, that takes us to item 2, audience to visitors, which we had none sign up tonight. Takes us straight to item 3, the superintendent's report. Dr. Floyd?
All right, thank you, ma'am. First item up under superintendent's report is to hear a strategic plan committee chair report, and this month is the character development committee chair report, and that we have 3 people heading that up, and that's John Mitchell, Rob Kappas, and Tanya Rowe. Tanya Rowe was also under the weather tonight, so it's Rob Kappas and John Mitchell going to provide us with their report, summary report on character development, and you have a stapled 2-sheet handout there at your place, board members. The first one's got a pie chart on it, and then Mark Ray is going to shoot up the PowerPoint presentation when they get to that point on the presentation. Rob, thanks for coming. John, thank you.
Thank you all for having us. So we're in our year 3 cycle here, and our goal this year was to have a universal messaging of all of our GE components between all the schools. Secondary had become coordinated earlier, and I had talked to John about it, and John said, you need to get in touch with Rob Mills over at Waller. And so I took his calendar, and we kind of made just a few minor adjustments, added a few things, and we have now what is our universal calendar across the district with our expectations and our life principles. So in addition to having that universal across the district, we're also displaying that across the district in all of our marquees, all of our monitors in the offices of the buildings. And so whenever you drive around town, I don't know if you've noticed it, but you drive around and you see one school and whatever their life expectation is, you go to any other school and they'll say the same thing on their board.
Is that kind of what you're depicting here?
Right.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, just tell Mark when you want him to scroll to the next one.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I mean, Miranda went around town in about the first 2 weeks and took a whole bunch of pictures. So,
Oh, I see. That these are just pictures of all the marquees. I
just
see.
random,
Okay.
yeah, pictures of marquees.
Mhm.
We also have them on the scoreboards as well. We were going to try and get some videos of some students from all the schools to try and say these things and have them as videos for, timeouts, intermissions during events, but we didn't get quite to that, at the beginning of the school year being kind of hectic and all that. So that would be a goal for next year. In addition to that, I'm going to see Tony Shamley tomorrow, who's one of our Great Expectation coaches. She'll be visiting Taft tomorrow, and we're starting a dialogue with her to develop a rubric so that Enid can be the first GE community. They have GE districts, which we are getting very close to that. If you look at your chart, we have increased our number of model schools by 2 over last year. We have 1 less transitional and 1 less progressive, and so we've bumped those up. So we're getting more and more model schools, which is not an easy thing to do to begin with. And it's not one of those things, once you become a model school, you stay a model school. It doesn't work like that. Once you're a model school, you got to do it again next year too, because you get new staff, and so they all have to be trained. So it's an every year process. So it makes it difficult to maintain that. But we are growing in our number of model schools we have across the district, and hopefully with the next year or two we can get all those schools up to be model and become a model district. But we are going to be looking for us to become, hopefully, I mean, we don't know what that looks like because it doesn't exist yet. Kind of like we've been told, we're training kids now for jobs that don't exist when they graduate. So we're going to work on something that doesn't exist right now, and hopefully we can be the first community. I don't know if that'll happen, but that's what we're going to work towards. So get some community programs involved with us on that. So like I said, we're growing. I'm also going to talk about maybe offering some GE courses in Spanish, because I know we have a lot of support staff that speak Spanish, and I don't know what's really available to them for that. So I've got a person in my building that speaks Spanish that used to be a GE coach, and I'm going to talk to Tony tomorrow about maybe her teaching a Spanish class this summer, so we can include some of them. So because our support staff do, they support us. I mean, absolutely. Without their support, we couldn't do what we have to do. So if they're important to us for that, then they're important to us for GE too. So we're going to make sure they all get trained as well. So that's kind of our goal moving forward. But we've accomplished our goal this year with universal messaging across the district and presenting it on all of our marquees too. So any questions?
Mr. Mitchell, anything to add?
No, I told Rob that every year I get up there and talk, and this year I'm going to let him run the show.
All right, well, good.
Behind the scenes, this guy always does the survey. He sends it out to all the principals. He counts them when they don't fill out. And, I have the title of being whatever on this committee, but I was like, Rob, you're really doing the work. So let's take the credit.
Yeah, well, we know a lot of people are working hard on this goal to not only get their campus to GE model campus, but also working toward the model school district designation and now the model community.
Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah, that's good. So we appreciate everyone's effort on this. It basically is trying to instill good character education traits in all of our kids that we know are great traits for students to have. So thank you all for chairing this committee. I hope Ms. Rowe gets to feeling better soon, and thanks for your report. Any questions from board members from these two chairmen? All right, thanks guys, we appreciate it. Let's give them a hand. All right, next up, I sent the board members notice about this already, but wanted to make note of it publicly tonight, and you have a copy in front of you there that is our official certificate of our notification from the State Department of Education of our designation as a Purple Star School District. We started out thinking that we were going to have each campus work on getting the designation of Purple School Campus designation, but then we found out that the State Department had a new program where we can get all of that done in one whack, which is a school district designation for Purple Star. So we did a press release that we sent out on November the 1st about that, but basically it folds right into our district's effort to support military students and their families, not only in transitions, but in everything that we do on a daily basis. So to qualify for a Purple Star distinction, school districts must do 5 bullet points. They must designate a staff member to serve as a military liaison to students and families. And Angela Rhodes is not here today. She's at an aviation conference. But her secretary, Becky Ostrowski, is actually designated as the military liaison for our students and families because she is a military family. Second bullet is to maintain an easily accessible web page and resources specific to military students and families, including relocation assistance, records transferred, academic planning, counseling services, etc. Third bullet is operate and maintain a student-led transition program to help facilitate military-connected students' entry into the school district. The fourth bullet is to provide school employees professional development related to military-connected students. And the last one is offer an initiative to recognize a military child, partner with a military installation. Let me start on that one. The last bullet is to offer an initiative to recognize a military child, comma, partner with a military installation or issue a resolution in support of military children and families. So we feel like we do all those things very well. We have supported our military students and our families for a good long time and have been working on that effort for a good long time. Have a great relationship with Vance Air Force Base, and this is yet another designation for our school district and the entirety of the school district to say, especially here at Veterans Day time, to say thank you to not only our military personnel but their students and families as well. Anything to add, Colonel?
Said it well. Thank you.
All right. We're excited about that, and we will frame one of these certificates and put it out there in the foyer there in our case that shows off some of our other designations. So I'll get Veronica to frame one of those for us sometime this week. All right. Next up is the I wanted to brief everybody about, it's funny that I had this on the agenda about just brief the board about the bad weather plan, but just to refresh everybody's memory, the way we do that is we generally get up about 5 the morning of 5 a.m., about the time you get up, isn't it? Okay. And the transportation director, Rick Moulton, and maintenance director, Ron Garrison, and I drive the roads, and really the decision point, crux of the decision point is whether or not the buses can roll safely and we can get kids to and from school safely and employees as well. So we determine that around 5, and then we note if it is determined that we're not able to have school, which I don't anticipate that's going to be the case for tomorrow based on what we saw today. Yeah, famous last words, but we'll see. But we try to make that decision by 6 a.m., and then if it is necessary, then we roll out the message to all the parents. But while I'm on that issue, it's even more reason that parents need to make sure that their contact information and cell phone numbers, et cetera, are updated in our system so that they can get those important information notices. So that's a little bit about the process. Who knows when that'll arise, but that's kind of the process we go through. Enrollment numbers, we are currently at 7,780 students, and that is, when we did it on November the 1st, we were 5 students up from last month, and now we are 10 students down from last month. So holding pretty steady, but around 7,780 or so. I asked Colonel Miller if he would say a word about some upcoming and upcoming construction project that is going to involve Eisenhower Elementary out on the base. Colonel?
Thank you, Dr. Floyd. So if you've set foot on Vance anytime in the recent past, you've seen that there's a lot of construction going on. Got a new water tower going in. We're getting ready to put in a new runway. But I wanted to bring the board's attention to the fact that there's going to be a piece of construction that is going to abut very closely to Eisenhower Elementary School. Last year, we had to replace a wall that is just south of the school along Gott Road. Oklahoma winds are tough on our fences. We're having to replace the fence that's north of the school, which was going to leave the fence that is just west of Eisenhower looking different than the rest of the fences on the base. So we're going to go ahead and replace that fence. It'll be slightly different than the fences you'll see on the base. It's going to be more of a wrought iron you can see through as opposed to a solid wall to maintain that transparency across the boundary. But we will deconflict that construction with the school year, hoping to start that late in the spring and roll it through the summer. It may mean that a tree that is actually on the base side of the property line there has to go at that corner, but just wanted everyone to know about that and know that it was going on. We're working those details with Dr. Murphy, and she seems to be happy. So
Good deal.
Unless anyone has any questions, there you go.
All right, shouldn't cause much disruption then to Eisenhower, right? Okay, good deal. Thank you. We appreciate the base doing that and appreciate the report. And then the last two things is Thanksgiving break next week, November 21st to the 25th. Hope everyone has a wonderful holiday there. And then the last item at your place, board members, I just wanted to bring to your attention our education celebration event that will come up on December, where's the date on this? Where is the date on this? 7th, yeah, December the 7th, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the high school gymnasium, and that's where we will recognize our teachers of the year for all of our campuses and then designate our teacher of the year nominee that will go on to the statewide competition. And the second page just lists the teachers of the year, but we also soon will have out the support professional of the year that will be recognized that evening as well. So welcome anybody that would like to attend to join us for that event that night. And I believe that's the extent of my superintendent's report.
Thank you, sir. Takes us to item 4. Item 4A, 1 through 6. I will entertain a motion.
So moved.
Together. Motion by Matt Sampson, second by Joe Blackwood. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. Item 4B, discussion and possible action to approve the district financial report for October 2022. Dr. Robinson?
All right, tonight, everything really, once again, good and steady with the finances, but I do want to talk about a piece that maybe you've heard in the news or been talked about, and that's the ad valorem with the wind farms. We're surrounded by wind farms. They're not necessarily a big part of our budget because we only get them on the county 4 mil, which for our district, it is about $2 million, but it's not a substantial part of our budget because it comes from all county funds on that 4 mil, not just the wind farms. That impact is really unknown at this time. There's a lot of stories circulating around out there. Some people are speculating it to be as high as an $88 million impact overall to the state with an ad valorem reduction. But that number is not really known. So I don't want to give anybody any false information tonight.
Tell them how that came about, though.
Yeah. What is known is that there's going to be roughly a 48% cut to the ad valorem of those windmills, the way they're evaluated. And so
So they pushed the lawsuit all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court just recently ruled.
Yeah, the Supreme Court ruled on that, and that's where that figure has come from. There's going to possibly be some pushback on some litigation going back the other way. Going against the Oklahoma Supreme Court, I think, is a long battle. That may or may not happen. The good news for us is windmills are not tied to any of our bonds. They're not tied to any of our local ad valorem. It is really only the county 4 mil. And as soon as I have a better indication of that overall impact, I will definitely let you guys know. It's really the schools that are concerned or those that have huge wind farms or off the formula. They are going to have an impact to their budgets. So for Enid Public Schools, we're going to weather this storm fairly well. And again, with the increase of valuations in our district, a decrease in county 4 mil valuations on the wind farms, we should really reach probably a net zero. So a net zero is a loss to the district going into next year, but it's not substantial that it's going to really cause us to increase millage or anything like that, like other school districts are going to have to deal with. So just kind of keep that in mind. And like I said, as the more information I get, I would definitely pass that on to this board, and we'll make it known to who we need to. Okay, everything else is really good on the financial side of things.
All right, thank you, sir.
Was this the, excuse me, was this the lawsuit where they were bickering about valuating their production ability and what they were actually worth?
Yes, yep, same thing.
And it basically came from the wind companies themselves saying, oh, you're overvaluing, and then they went through several steps, finally got to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court basically ruled in their favor and cut it in half. But I'm glad our district is not going to be affected as largely as some of these smaller surrounding districts, us, that are heavily funded by those wind farms.
But just know that the larger that impact, it's that if it does come to be $88 million, that's $88 million slice of the overall state aid pie that we get reduced on. So that's why we do need to pay attention to it and kind of maintain what's going on, because it will impact state aid, I believe, more so than our county formula. So we'll just keep paying attention, see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will entertain a motion to approve the financial report as presented. Motion by Joe Blackwood.
Second.
Second by Matt Lohman. Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the motion carries. Item 5, new business. We already discussed our one new business, so we'll go to item 6, reports, items of information, board comments, and or questions. Colonel Miller?
Nothing else to add. Thank you.
All right, no problem. Any other board members?
I just want to go on the record of saying that we appreciate Frank. I want to echo a little bit of what Matt did in his invocation. He's been instrumental in helping me to develop into a board member, and it's a great loss. It really is. And also, if anybody else is watching, volunteer. We definitely need somebody to step up and fill the role. It's big shoes to fill.
So while you're on that topic, the process is that we have 60 days to appoint somebody to Frank's vacant spot, and we'll go through the same process that we have in the past. We'll put together a 3-member committee, and if I understood Tori earlier, it'll be Tori and Joe and Chad, right? Okay, and so if there are people that are interested, they have to live in that ward, and what number is he? He's 3, okay, and it's basically out there by the NOC college, and you have to reside in that and qualify to be a board member in order to be considered. So those that are interested can contact Dr. Robinson, and then he will verify the residence, and then if there are multiple members interested, well, the committee will interview them and then make a recommendation to the full board for appointing Frank's replacement. So that's the process.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Item 7, next regular board meeting is scheduled for December 12th at 6 p.m. here in the Administrative Services Center boardroom. Item 8, discussion and possible action to approve a proposed executive session to discuss the employment of those individuals and or positions listed on the attached Exhibit A and Exhibit B, possible purchase or appraisal of real property, and pending or possible litigation. Do I have a motion? Motion by Joe Blackwood.
Second.
Second by Randy Long. Thank you, Randy. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? So we're headed to executive session. Thank you.